Well, it is so wonderful to have you. First, let me start by welcoming you to the call tonight. My name is Ann Turnbull. I'm a Crown Diamond with Marx International, and I'm going to kick off the call by welcoming our first speaker. This is a man who is so fantastic. You know, when I first started going to Kenya, I was so thrilled to find out that he was there because he originally came from Nigeria. I'm sure he's going to share his own story. And that's where he first met Marx International. And I was so happy and thrilled that I was going to be meeting him in Kenya as we opened up newly in East Africa. He is someone who's very, very knowledgeable. He's got tremendous knowledge. He's got tremendous capability. He's an orthopedic surgeon. He's got a lot of charisma, a lot of passion, a lot of commitment. And I'm so happy to welcome Dr. Tom Sough as our first speaker of the evening. So welcome, Dr. Tom. It's great to have you here tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you, participants. I can see a lot of you are interested in this Zoom call, and not only the call, but I know that you are going to gain so much from this call tonight. I can see many of you are interested in Marx, and let me just begin by thanking you once again for sacrificing your time to be here. And I want to believe that your time is going to be so rewarding. Your sacrifice is going to be so rewarding as you present yourself to this opportunity tonight. I want you to just concentrate and you will learn a lot. Marx International is a company that was established 2007 in the United States of America. And as we speak today, Marx International is changing lives all around the world. Marx International is in up to 18 countries of the world, including Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, Africa, the United States, Canada, and so many countries of the world. It's an organization that comprises of professionals from different backgrounds with a common goal to make a difference in their lives. And making a difference in your life, changing your lives, having a life of significance, will also empower you to be able to change others, to create an impact in our global society. So you can see on your screen, you can see that we have different professionals coming together to form a social network that is combined in a business that is commissioned, related, to be able to drive an excellent scientific-based product that also takes us to personal development and growth that will empower us to be able to impact our world. Can we see the next slide? Our mission in Marx International is to empower people to build a legacy of significant change in their lives and the lives of others. You cannot create a significant change except if you yourself experience a significant change. And Marx provides the platform by which you can provide that change. What significant changes do you desire in our lives? I want you to type that which you desire, that significant change you desire in your life in the chat box. Just type it and let me see. As many of you are typing. For many of you, want a dream house. A dream house will be so significant in your life. For some, taking vacations with their loved ones. For others, even spending time with their loved ones, their family, because we are in a world that is so busy and people do not have enough time to spend with their families. And sometimes because of the stress of looking for, income, you neglect your family. But when you are empowered to be able to have significant income, you discover that your time is released for you to be able to spend with your family. For others, educational goals. personal and family educational goals. It's what they desire in their lives. And yet for others, starting new businesses is very important to them. Others think that keeping fit is what they will need, and others, investment. So Marx provides all of this and many more as we move on. But you cannot have that life of significance except you enjoy good health. So health is so important, and it's very important that in this call, we want to start with how we'll be able to maintain good health so that we'll be able to access everything that we need to bring our life to a life of significance. Next slide. So our overall health depends on the health of our individual cells. The cells in the bodies form what we call tissues, and the tissues form organs, and organs form the body. If you discover that many of the diseases that we suffer from, they come from, within the organs. Sometimes they may be restricted in one organ, or they may affect more than one organ. So the cellular health is very important that we cannot neglect it. And every cell needs glutathione to be able to maintain that cellular health, that will maintain our tissue health, our organ health, and the entire body becomes so healthy. But that depends on the health of individual cells. That is very important. Glutathione is very important in maintaining that health of the cell. And what is glutathione? Glutathione is a small protein molecule in the cell that is composed of 3 amino acids: cysteine, glutamine, and lysine. And cysteine as an amino acid is very essential for the formation of glutathione within the cells. And glutathione in the body is very important that it fights against toxins, pollutions, and many more things that cause injuries to the cell. And when we have injuries to the cell loses its health. And if the cell loses its health, we become unhealthy. And therefore, glutathione is very important in not only in its presence, but it is very important in its optimum volume in our cells to be able to fight against all the other problems that attack our cells. So what are the benefits of glutathione? Glutathione has a lot of benefits. And here we are going to summarize the benefits of glutathione within the cells. Glutathione strengthens our immune system, without which we can succumb to many diseases, both communicable and non-communicable disease. It depends on our immune system to be very strong to be able to fight those elements that attack our cells. Glutathione reduces inflammatory processes in our cells. We discover that there's a level of physiological inflammation within the cells that is important. But many cells, sometimes, they overreact, and therefore excessive inflammatory processes become injurious to the body. We've heard of autoimmune disease. This disease comes as a result of overreaction of inflammatory processes in our cells, and therefore subject us to unhealthy processes. A glutathione, optimum level of glutathione within the body limits those ones and repair everything that's within the cell that could escalate into a dangerous process of disease. Glutathione slows down our aging process, makes us look younger, active, and healthy. Glutathione promotes energy within our cells. And that energy that we need to carry out every human activities is provided by, optimum amount of glutathione within the cells. It enhances good sleep so that as you rest, You wake up refreshed to be able to face our daily lives. Glutathione improves our mental function because we need our mental function to be allowed to be able to do anything that we do today. Glutathione provides that, and it also improves our performance, whether in the classroom, whether in the boardroom, whether in the gym, and even in the bedroom. Glutathione provides strong performance for us to be able to overcome everything that we do. But there is bad news here, because as important as glutathione is, sometimes when we get to the third decade of life, the level of glutathione within our bodies begin to dip. And if we do not have effective means of replacing the volume of glutathione within our cells to fight all those elements that attack our cells, we begin to gradually subject ourselves to disease processes. And as we get to our golden age, we discover that glutathione, the level of glutathione within our cells dips a lot. And at this level, the oxidative stress levels begin to rise. And at a particular time, we find ourselves struggling with disease that ordinarily we shouldn't have been subjected to. Next slide. So glutathione is very important, and we cannot allow glutathione levels in our cells to be depleted to the extent that we are not able to withstand disease processes. So what are the causes of low glutathione? Poor diet. Poor diet, many will think that they are taking good diet. But if this diet we take do not contain the essential elements that will form glutathione within our cells, it becomes very difficult for us to have optimal level of glutathione, no matter how much money we spend on our diet. Things like alcohol deplete our glutathione levels in the body. Stress levels, and you can relate with this. The world is a stressful place today that we need to slow down on many things. And if we are not able to slow down on many things, we need to definitely have, things that will replenish our, within the cells, glutathione, so that we will be able to get good levels of glutathione. Over 74 medical conditions are linked with glutathione deficiency. And you imagine 72 medical conditions being linked with this. We can't even finish counting them. And glutathione is very important in maintaining our health. And therefore, with the level of glutathione that we maintain within our cells, it will help us to fight disease that are prevalent even in our environment today. WHO talks about glutathione. Talks about the leading causes of death: heart disease, strokes, we have diabetes, we have hypertension, we have kidney disease. All of these diseases come as a result of low levels of glutathione within the cells. So what are the challenges if we have talked about glutathione being so important in the cell to protect us from all the other elements, chemicals, pollutions, toxins, and free radicals that attack our cells? So how do we get the levels of glutathione within our cells, even when the natural glutathione depletes? The bioavailability of glutathione is very poor because it is destroyed within the digestive system. And therefore, all the pills that we take of synthetic glutathione do not get into our cells to be able to form the natural glutathione that fight this disease. They are digested within the digestive system. Even the ones that are being injected are short-lived. They are very expensive and they are very uncomfortable because you can't be on drug every 1 hour or 2 hours and all that. So most people cannot afford all of this. But there is good news. I want you to understand that over 150,000 peer-reviewed papers on the importance of glutathione within the cells have been published. And you can go on the internet and access all of these. But what is difficult about glutathione is getting to boost the level of glutathione within our cells. That has taken a long time to be able to get that. But there's good news that ribosine, which is Marx patented glutathione enhancing compound, has been identified. And it is only patented to Marx International. And this brings the wonderful solution to boosting glutathione within our cells to be able to maintain our cellular health and invariably make us healthy and recover our youthful age. This particular product, ribosine, which is a combination of D-ribose, which is a sugar substrate, and cysteine. I've told you before that cysteine is essential amino acid for the formation of glutathione within the cells. And the ribose aspect of it protects cysteine when we take it orally so that the cysteine will not be destroyed within our digestive system. And it invariably gets into the cells, while the ribose is utilized within the mitochondria of the cells to generate energy in the ATP within the cells. The cysteine couples with the other amino acids that I've mentioned, glutamine and lysine, to be able to form glutathione within the cells so that it protects us. And this was studied by this gentleman called Herbert Nagasawa. I want you to appreciate Herbert Nagasawa by clapping your hands. This gentleman has been a professor for 45 years, a professor of medicinal chemistry. And he painstakingly carried out a study to identify this patented product, ribosine, over 25 years of research. And right now, as we speak, there are more than 50 peer-reviewed studies. And this product is patented only by Marx International. It has 300% much more potent than any other substance that has come relating to glutathione. It is the most advanced glutathione technology ever, and it is only found in Marx. I want you to just clap your hand and let us appreciate this gentleman for bringing out this to help humanity. So these are the products, as you're seeing on the screen, these are the products that Nagasawa, through the ribosine that he painstakingly researched on it over 25 years, has produced. These products are safe. These products, as important as they are, they had to be certified in all of the countries that Marx is found. In Kenya, here, it is certified by the Kenyan Poison Board. Halal, which is a Muslim organization that certified these drugs to make sure that they are fit for their own consumption, certified them. And many other organizations, they are certified in the United States of America, they are certified in Canada, they are certified in many countries, including Ghana, Nigeria, and Kenya. So the breakthrough products, that's the flagship product that we have in Marx, is Sough. Wherever you are, I want you to pronounce Sough. Sough is the advanced ribosine technology. It contains ribosine, which is the patented product, with 12 other ingredients. And as I told you, ribosine contains the essential component that manufactures or produces glutathione within the cells. All the other 12 are called the cofactors. These help to build glutathione within the cells at a faster speed. And therefore, all of this aloe extract, resveratrol, broccoli seed extract, and all of them, they are cofactors that help to produce or to build glutathione within the cells, the amount of glutathione within the cells. Next slide. So we have Marx ATP, which is fondly called ribosine fuel. Marx ATP sustains your peak performance It helps replenish energy and fight fatigue. It neutralizes free radicals and oxidative stress. It improves recovery after physical exercise. This is particularly so important that it acts within 15 to 20 minutes. When you need so much energy to be able to accomplish your assignment or physical tasks, mental tasks, Max ATP, the ribosine fuel, is handy. And it comes in small packets, powdered packets, that you can put in a bottle of water and drink it, and you will see the wonders in Max. I have personally benefited from this severally, and I don't get it out of my sight. Max Infuse is nutritional replacement. Even though this does not contain ribosine, but it is very important that it contains all the nutrients that you need, compressed together in a sachet of powdered compound, that it contains important direct and indirect antioxidants. It supplies important vitamins and nutrients, supports and enhances glutathione function. I told you about the core factors that help to be able to build glutathione within the cells in the presence of ribosine. So this helps, and because it contains all of these elements, it helps us fight disease even better. This is MetaSwitch, which is weight management system. The weight management system that works with lifestyle. It assists our metabolism to achieve weight loss goals. It promotes regular glutathione production. It removes toxins and waste release from fat loss, because you can't accumulate so much fat, and when these fats are being melted, there will be some level of toxins within your cells, but this flushes the fat that is become waste within our bodies. It targets fat loss while building lean muscles, that you'll be able to get enough fat loss with muscles being preserved. And this is Max 357. These are unique blends of omega-3, 5, and 7 oils. Promotes cardiovascular health, promotes healthy metabolism. It supports brain, eye, and nerve functions. Anti-aging benefits for skin, hair, and nails. This is one of the products of Marx that I recommend for everyone that wants to show his youthful age, even with the skin. It makes your skin looks healthy. No matter how your age is, your skin looks healthy, maintains your cardiovascular health, and is very good to be used for those who are recovering from disease, those who have hypertension, those who have diabetes, those who have had surgeries. Now, they need all of this to be able to facilitate healing of their tissues. Next slide. Now, when you hear about Marx, if you're hearing about this presentation for the very first time, or you are hearing about Marx for the very first time, I want to tell you that there are over 1,000 testimonies available for these products. And I want to share with you my own testimony. I got to know about Marx, I would say April 2021. I was already in Kenya. I'm a Nigerian, but I was already in Kenya. And when I heard about Marx, I was like, oh, it's one of those, network marketing. And I think I have a lot of work to concentrate on. And I don't want to go back to start doing network marketing. It will, kind of distract me. But I just signed on because the person that introduced me to Marx is a fellow doctor just like me. And I didn't want to kind of disappoint the person. And I signed on and I collected the product. Even when I collected the product, because of my own nature, I don't like taking pills. I don't like taking pills. So I didn't want to take it, but something happened. At that time, after like 5 months, I was helping a friend to lift, his heavy bag to weigh it. He was traveling, and I had a gift for my bag. I had a slip disc. I couldn't function well anymore. I had radiculopathy. And severally, being a doctor, being an orthopedic surgeon, I had to open up and told my colleagues that, look, I'm not able to do my work well anymore. If there's any help that anybody could help me out, all that. And of course, a doctor too needs help. So they prescribed, some analgesia, which I was taking. But the most scary one was when they prescribed to me to go under epidural injection. And I looked at myself and I said, well, God, I just want some help somewhere. I had this product, but I had not taken them. So one day, I was just trying to read more about longevity, which helps in every disease condition. And I saw that, longevity could take care of things like, sleep disc and so forth. Then I decided to start taking longevity religiously, 2 capsules in the morning, 2 capsules in the evening. And as I began to take this, just about 10 to 15 days after I started, my radiculopathy disappeared. I could have the pain, just the back pain, not the radiating, not pain, right down, disappeared. And I shared a testimony to a group of people. I said, look, as a doctor, I want to see that this is sustained. And if this is sustained, I will know that it is definitely this particular product that has caused this. But let me not be quick to jump out to say this is the situation. As I talk now, we are like 3 months into that time that I started taking longevity. I have not felt that pain. And then I became so excited about Marx products. I got there and I got ATP. And ATP has been doing wonders. I naturally do not eat so much and all that, but now I have found something that will keep me even when I'm hungry. I can operate from morning till night. If there's anybody here who works with me, he will testify what I'm talking about. There was a time one of my co-workers shared my own testimony here and all that. And I'm telling you that from then, I began to say, okay, if this product can work this way, I want to try to impact people's life, because I know that there are many people out there who are suffering from one element or the other. Just yesterday, somebody, one of the invitees that we've been coaching, trying to make her to understand what the products are, was telling us a story, because one of the person that introduced her told me, called her and said she should come because there's a doctor here. Let her share her testimony with the doctor. And she told me how her sister was having skin problems here and there, like eczema and some of the skin problems that she had. She introduced, she told us about that. And I told her that go and take longevity, take Marx 357. She came back to say that it is not up to 22 days that even people in her workplace are asking, what have you been taking now that this thing is disappearing and your skin is glowing? These are the kind of testimonies that Marx only can produce in the life of people. So when we talk about glutathione as a compound, as a product, as a protein molecule within the cells that can maintain your cellular health, we are talking about a product that has been researched. Over 50 peer-reviewed research has been done about this product. Many of the products that came up in network marketing never had so much of robust scientific backing, evidence that even doctors can see it and say that, look, I can use this thing and turn my back, because there's overwhelming evidence about this. And I can tell you that when you go into the science of ribosine, glutathione, this is just a tip of the iceberg. This is just a summary to alert you. And if you need a science of glutathione, ribosine, I will not hesitate to introduce you to the science, and you will get that yourself. They are peer-reviewed. They are published in PubMed. They are published in international health journals that you can read them, you can get them, and practically we'll continue to get testimonies that are life-changing. And apart from that, when you are healthy, you will be able to access financial opportunities that are mind-blowing. And at this juncture, I want to introduce to you somebody that has really, really lifted me up, somebody that has lifted many of us. She is never tired. She is always in the front burner. She's always trying to make sure that we come up and we are there like her. I want to introduce to you our crown diamond, and Turnbull, who will take over this presentation. Thank you very much for hearing. Thank you very much for listening to us. Thank you.
Thank
you.
Thank you. Amazing. Dr. Tom, I loved that presentation. This is so awesome. It's the first time that I've heard you present. It was incredible. I was listening with rapt attention, and I'm so sorry, everybody, because I realized somehow the chat got disabled, but we were able to turn it back on, and I can see so many of your comments now. But Dr. Tom, that was just incredible, and I love that you, as an orthopedic surgeon, you talk about Sough and Max 357 even together for recovering after surgery. And I couldn't agree more. And I hadn't heard your testimony before. I'd only heard about your experience with Max ATP. So you must have been keeping it a little bit quiet until you were very sure as a scientist that this product is really what was helping you in your back. So I'm really excited about that. And, of course, as you say, we see testimony after testimony after testimony. And so really all we would say to anyone on the call is what we always say to everyone: commit for 90 days, try and see for yourself. And we promise you that you will come back with your own stories. That much is very, very certain, because everybody always does. And I loved your story about the skin problems, the eczema as well. When I started, I've been using Max products now for 13 years, and it's my 13th anniversary with Max International on July 31st, just a couple of weeks from now. So I've been using Max products since day one. I would never stop using them. And interestingly enough, when Max 357, which was our most recent product to be introduced in the Max family, when it came out, I thought to myself, well, what really more benefit could I get? I'm already getting amazing benefit from Sough, from Max ATP, from Enfuse. I'm using them. I've really noticed a difference. I take them, I take my Sough every morning. And I thought, what more could I get out of adding Max 357? But of course I did take Max 357 because I wanted to experience it for myself. And I was actually having some eczema as well, on different parts of my body, and that really, really cleared up. So I noticed that I got some added benefits, even though I'd been on Max products for so long, when I added Max 357 to my routine. So I love that combination, Sough and Max 357. I recommend it for everybody. I'm actually drinking ATP and Enfuse right now, as I do with every presentation. So once you try Max products, it's hard to leave them behind. Like you said, you don't let Sough out of your sight. You don't let Max ATP out of your sight. And I love that it's been helping you and so many others around you. So thank you so much, Dr. Tom, for your incredible presentation. And we talked about the desire and the mission to leave a significant legacy in your own life and in the lives of others. And of course, you need your health to do that. But the other thing that you need is you need income. And the way that anyone generates income in the world, anyone, is to offer something of value and receive income in exchange for that value. And I think we've all seen extremely clearly that Max products and our glutathione enhancing products add incredible value to the world. People need these products. They need their health. They absolutely do. And so when you have a product like ours that solves so many people's problems, you have the opportunity to make income. Whether you just want to make a little bit of money, maybe pay for your products, whether you want to make another side income, a part-time income on the side of what you're doing now, or maybe you want to make a full-time income or a much bigger income than you could ever have dreamed making with your job, like I dreamed of when I started with Max International. You can have it all with our company. Now, if we take a look at the logos here on the screen, you'll see companies like Uber, companies like Airbnb, Alibaba. So if you think about companies like these, they really reflect the business models of the world today. And what do they have in common? So just type into the chat what they have in common. You think about companies like even Amazon.com, Uber, Airbnb, what do they have in common as you think about these companies? You know, they really have a few things in common. They all use the internet, of course, like all businesses do in the world today, and they rely on people and networking, right? If you think about it, a company like Amazon does not make the products that they sell. They connect sellers of products and services with people who want to buy them. And when they make that connection, they make money. And that's what we call the plug and play economy. All right, so the plug and play economy is the way of business in the world today, where you plug into a system, you connect buyers and sellers, connect interested parties. And when you do that, you're creating value and you can make money. And that's what companies like Uber do, companies like Airbnb. You know, I stay in Airbnb quite a bit when I travel. And, you know, I'm always so happy to be able to get into a platform and find the accommodation I want from someone who has accommodation to let out. And so that's exactly what we do at Max International. You know, Max is the company that makes the products, sets the prices, builds the offices, opens the countries, pays the commissions. We don't do any of that. What we do as independent associates with Max, we only do two things in our business. We share and we teach. We share and we teach. So we share the products and the business opportunity with people, just like we're doing with you tonight. And we teach people who want a business how to be successful. So when you're sharing the products and the business opportunity with people, and we teach you how to do that, then you now are connecting people that are interested in the products or the products and the business opportunity into the company through you. And when you connect those potential customers and business partners into the company through you, you get paid a commission on their product purchases. All right, so exactly how the companies of the world today work. And as you're connecting people into the company, they're making their product purchases, you're teaching the people who want a business how to do the same thing. Your network will start to grow, your organization, your team, as you're sharing and connecting people in, and they're doing the same thing and the same thing, your network will continue to grow, and you will be getting paid commissions on all of the product purchases in your network. It might start with being 1 or 2 people, 10 or 20 people, then grow to hundreds and thousands of people over time. And over time, you can be paid commissions up to $40,000 every single month based on all of the product purchases in your network, your team, or your organization. So that's a significant amount of money. And what do you need to be doing to make sure you are open for business and you can be earning those commissions? Well, what you need to be doing is letting Max know that you are open for business, that you are ready to be paid commissions on all of the product purchases in your network. The way that you do that is you buy a few products every single month. Our products are all worth points. And so you buy products that are worth 100 points every single month. That's usually enough for about 1.5 people, depending on what you're buying and what products you're using. It's not even enough for 2 people generally. And once you're open for business, by buying your products in the month, you buy them every single month. That way Max knows they can pay you for any product purchases in your network. Now your job is to share and to teach and to connect potential customers and business partners into the company through you. And as you're doing that, your income will start to grow. So you can see here on the screen, you can see senior associate, bronze, silver. So you can see that you can be earning a few $100s a month, $500, $1,000 a month, several $1,000s a month, right up to 40,000 US dollars every single month. Now, take a look at the chart that you see on the screen right here and type into the chat, where would you want to see yourself? Let's say it's 3 years' time from now. Okay, so where would you see yourself? You're going to learn how to do this business, right? Just like you learn how to do whatever you're doing right now. You know, Dr. Tom was not born as a baby knowing how to be an orthopedic surgeon. He learned how to be a doctor, and then he learned how to be a specialist, right? I was not born knowing how to do this business with Max International. I learned how, and now my greatest joy, my greatest love is to teach others how to be successful in this business as well. So where would you want to be in 3 years' time from now? I'm seeing diamond, I'm seeing double diamond, crown diamond. Wow, amazing, amazing. So just type into the chat where you'd want to be 3 years' time from now if you could achieve everything you would want to achieve in this business. Ah, wow, that is amazing. I'm seeing some crown diamonds in the page today. That is really fantastic. Double diamond, amazing, amazing. And so remember what I said, we do two things in this business, right? Two things. Who remembers what they are? We share and we teach. So as you are sharing the products and the business with people, now you're teaching them how to be successful. So as people join you in the business, they also want to be successful. Your job is to teach them what to do. And as they are learning and they are growing, you are going to get paid a commission based on whatever they are earning. So let's say it's 3 years' time from now, and maybe you've introduced 300 people into the business, and maybe 5 of them have reached the level of diamond. They're earning, let's say, 10,000 US dollars every single month. Okay. Now, when they're earning 10,000 US dollars every single month, because you're the one who introduced them to the company, you're the one who's taught them what to do, you're the one who's been mentoring and coaching them, then the company will pay you up to 50% of whatever they are earning. So if you have 5 people earning $10,000 a month as a diamond, you could be earning up to $5,000, $5,000, $5,000, $5,000 to you, plus your own income, right? If you're a crown diamond earning $40,000 every month, plus you're earning up to 50% of whatever your personally enrolled associates are earning. And as you rise up the levels, you are going to be earning not only on your personally enrolled associates, but you're going to be earning a percentage of whatever their associates earn and whatever their associates earn, all the way down to 7 levels deep. So this is a really, really big deal. And this means that you are very motivated to become a great teacher, a great mentor, a great coach. And these are also some of the things that we teach you so that you can also grow. Now, there is a lot of support in this business. Remember, I said, the only thing you really need to do is learn how. We have so much training for you. We have so many tools for you. We have offices, you know, we have our beautiful brand new Nairobi office in Kenya. We've just opened in Kenya not too long ago. We've just opened up in Cameroon just a couple of weeks ago, a beautiful new office there. We've actually, for those of you who don't know this, I'm right now in Tanzania, and we've just opened up an associate's office. This is not an official Max office, but it's an associate's office. It's going to be beautiful in Dar es Salaam. People can pick up their Max products there. They can come and do their business there, hold little presentations there. So this is also available for everyone. We're going to be having an open house on Thursday afternoon. If anyone knows of anyone in Tanzania that you want to send over our way, I'll be here until Thursday. And then on Friday, I'm leaving for Kenya, where I'll be staying for some time. So there's a lot of team support that we have. You can see everything about your business in a virtual office or an online business center. So it's very, very transparent. You can do your entire business there. And We really have a network of professionals. You can see, I have a business background. We have Dr. Tom, who's an orthopedic surgeon on the call with me tonight. We have amazing other professionals on the line, business people, pharmacists, nurses, so many amazing people on the call. And so really, you learn from everyone that you meet, and you share with everyone that you meet. We have amazing training, like I said, and then a lot of mentorship. Mentorship is very, very important, because without it, it's very difficult to grow. So you'd never try to do this business on your own. You always want to be working with your team leaders, working with others in the business to make sure that any question that you have gets answered, that you help refine whatever you need to do so that you can learn and grow. And then, oh my goodness, incentive trips. We've just come back from Ireland, all of the Max Diamonds, and was really, really an incredible trip. The recap video just came out. We were just there a few weeks ago in June, and it really was one of the most magical trips in my life. It was so spectacular. We stayed in a castle. We had the most incredible nights, the most incredible experiences, right from the rugged outdoors of Ireland to beautiful, beautiful medieval theme night in a cathedral. Oh my goodness, it really was amazing. You need to see that recap video, because you need to start dreaming. If you love to travel, you need to go on a Max trip. You will absolutely love it. And how do you get started? Well, you get started by buying your few products. Remember what I said, you have to tell Max you're open for business, and that means you buy your few products. So depending on what market that you're in around the world, usually you can start for about $150. All right, in Kenya, you can start with as low as 12,400 or 12,999 Kenya shillings, or 15,499 Kenya shillings. In Tanzania, you can start with either 340,000 Tanzania shillings or 400,000 Tanzania shillings. In Nigeria, you can start for as low as 43,000 naira. In Cameroon, you can start with as low as 75,000 francs. So depending on the market that you're in, you can start with whatever packages are there in your local market. And it makes it very easy. Just buy your few products. You want to use some products for yourself. Of course, we always want to do that because we must be a product of the product. You heard Dr. Tom's passion, his excitement. It came because he used the product himself. The same thing with me, and every day I see amazing, amazing stories. Now, your life today, I think we would all agree, is as a result of whatever decisions you've made in the past. And I know for me, I made a decision 13 years ago. I'm a Canadian. I have a business background, a corporate background. I did extremely well in the corporate world, but I wanted to do something that was going to make a bigger impact in the world and change people's lives. So I was introduced to Max International by a friend, just like many of you have been introduced to Max. And I started right away. I didn't even see a presentation. She just told me that she'd found a business we can do together. It didn't cost much to get started. I didn't have to quit my job. I said, great, sign me up. If you've looked at it and you believe in it, I'm in. So I started right away. That was almost 13 years ago. It has truly been the very best decision in my life, bar none. I never dreamed that I would be living in Africa. I've been living in West Africa for the last 8 years. I'll be spending more of my time in East Africa over the coming years. I always traveling, of course. I travel to all parts of the world, but I spend the bulk of my time in Africa. I never dreamed I would be living here. I never dreamed that I would be impacting tens and tens and tens and tens of thousands of people. I never dreamed that. And it gives me such joy and such purpose every single day to know that I am living my own significant legacy, that I am leaving that legacy in the lives of others, just like our mission with Max International. And I never felt that in my corporate job, but I feel it every single day in my business with Max International. And when Dr. Tom introduced me, he said, I never get tired, because I never get tired because there's always someone waiting for what we have to say. There's always someone waiting to be touched. Yesterday, we had an event here, and the stories are just incredible. You know, my colleague, Philip Salaboko, was telling a story of a young woman who had some serious fibroids, serious issues, and the doctor had recommended that she have a hysterectomy, removal of the uterus. And, you know, she tried our Max products first, and her issues got resolved. She didn't need the surgery, and she's now about to get married. And this is a young woman who, of course, wants children in her life with her husband. And, you know, she was almost on a path where children could never come to her, her own natural children. And so just that one act alone has completely changed her life and the lives of her entire family forever. And that's one person. So I can't rest because I don't know who is going to be touched by my words, who is then going to go out and touch someone else, and whose life is going to be changed that minute and that day because I did not rest. And so that's why I'm driven to work all the hours of the day, to be on Zoom calls, to be training people, to be empowering people, because I know that we have something so important to share. And if I don't do my work, then you may not be able to do your work, and you may not be able to touch someone else who's going to be able to touch someone else and touch someone else. So that's my passion, is to make impact. I know that we can do it together. And every single one of us deserves that healthy and financially sound future. You deserve it. And everyone around you deserves it. You know, everyone around you deserves it. So if you've seen enough to know that you want to be part of our mission, that you want to be part of our Max family, just get back to the person that invited you to this call. Tell them, I'm excited. I can't wait to get started. You know, the first thing comes from making a decision. Whether the money is there, whether the money isn't there, the decision comes first. All right, because once you've made the decision, everything else flows. And if you don't make a decision, if you make no decision, that's also a decision. So I hope that you make a great decision to join us. People are waiting to hear from you. People are waiting to have their lives impacted by you. And just imagine for a moment, a life in the not too distant future where you are completely debt-free. You have all the savings that you want. You have the time and the money to take your family on beautiful vacations. You have investments that are growing. You don't worry about house rent or school fees or buying a new car. You have everything you want, and you know that you're impacting lives. I want you to imagine that life for yourself, because that's the life that you deserve. So with that, I'm going to close off here. I'm going to thank you once again for coming. Thank you to Dr. Tom for your amazing presentation. And we'll close off here. All right, everyone, have an amazing night. Okay, bye-bye.